Hello there, it's John Siskovich, and I'm here with Farm Marketing Solutions, day 43 of my 100 days to sell out my CSA. Now, day 43, things are going really well, and I've decided since they're going well and since the farm is shaping up to look really nice, it's time to start sending out press releases. Now, day one, it's just going to be drafting that press release and sending it out to a few of my friends and coworkers to see what they think. So I wanted to go over what I put in the press release and kind of how I formatted it. First things first, always one page. Press release, always one page. There's so many things that you want to say about your farm, but you want to just hit the bullet points, get it all into a very concise letter. You don't want to, if you send multiple pages, you'll just be ignored. So the formatting is very basic. What I do whenever I send a press release out is Google. You can even just Google images, press release, example, and a whole bunch of things are going to come up. So not just on this video, but on Google as well. It's easy to find stuff online. So I put the date up at the top for immediate release. The chicken that actually tastes like chicken. So the angle that I went for, you always kind of look for an angle of how you're going to tell your story, not just like we have things for sale. It's kind of boring and dull, and there's a lot of other businesses looking to sell things. So my angle is chicken that actually tastes like chicken, because pastured poultry tastes way different than what you're going to find in the stores. So in the beginning, I started off with a little cute paragraph. We've heard it all before. Tastes like chicken. But what does chicken actually taste like? If you are thinking about the pale, flavorless mass of protein you find in the grocery store that dries out immediately when you apply heat, you're wrong. So I started off with a question to get them thinking, and then try to connect it to the everyday life of people maybe thinking of, that last chicken that they got from, X grocery store, and, they're looking for something else. So then I go into why my chicken tastes like chicken, because of the way it lives and how it's raised. I talk a little bit about the farm here, and then because I want to give my story some personal touch, I talk about me as John Siskovich, the farm manager at Camps Road Farm, and tied in my expertise to the chicken. So not only have I been raising chickens on pasture for a few years now, but I even wrote a book detailing plans for my mobile chicken tractors, which is selling like hotcakes across the country. So, you're going to hope for one angle. You're going to write this about your chicken CSA, or your vegetable CSA, or your honeybee CSA, whatever it is. And the editor is going to be looking for, maybe that angle, maybe something else, maybe digging deeper, finding an angle that you didn't think of that will fit more to the voice of whatever that they're doing. So I like to throw in a few little elements if I can, with also, always put the website a couple places so it's easy for them to find more information. And, definitely keeping your website up to date, easy to navigate, and full of information about your farm is the best benefit you can have. I've talked about it before. If you've been hesitating on starting a farm website, easyfarmwebsite.com, free tutorial that I created, walks you through step by step, no programming. But I won't plug that too hard. It's just, I'm really proud of that tutorial. Anyways, back to this. I talk about Camps Road Farm being a strong member in their community in Western Connecticut, being at the farmers market. So the first section, the story, what it's about, why are you sending this press release? The next section, you can either have just one section, or I put two sections because it was applicable. About Camps Road Farm. Camps Road Farm, located in Kent, Connecticut, and what we produce. Also the fact that we're a farm startup and we're working with an on-farm distillery, or an on-farm brewery and an off-farm distillery, and how those play into each other. I benefit from the fact that the brewery and the distillery add a real element of interest to the farm. So, if that's what it takes to help sell it, we'll absolutely use that to help sell stuff for the farm. And I also love our brewery and distillery that are going up. I mean, the test batches of stuff that have been amazing. So I want to give them a nod wherever I can, because we're three businesses working together with one common goal, and that is whole system sustainability. So, and then about the CSA, this is the nitty gritty that I didn't want to put in here of CSA members or farm share members, because farm share might be easier to understand if you don't know what a CSA is. Receive a 4-pound chicken on average every single week. Pick up the CSA's New Milford Farmers Market, 9 to 12 on Saturdays, yada, yada, yada. Eggs are available on farm all year round. Then I put the cost because people will always want to know the cost. And at the very bottom, I could have delegated a little bit more room for this, but I put the contact information, Camps Road Farm, farm phone number, farm email, and then real big at the bottom, campsroadfarm.com, because any of this information that they're going to want, any more information that they're going to want from this press release can all be found on the website. That's always a good thing. If you can hook people with a business card, a short flyer, a postcard that's a little bit bigger than a business card, but not as detailed as a flyer, or, a pamphlet, having that interest, that initial interest to have them think, oh, I'm going to look this up later. Everybody has a smartphone these days. Everybody's got a computer, some kind of access to the internet. Having a website, absolutely crucial. So because I've talked about websites a few times, one more plug for easyfarmwebsite.com. It's an hour-long tutorial, 6 videos, I believe, where I show you step-by-step how to set up your own farm website without learning any programming. It's all drag and drop, super simple, and that tutorial's entirely free. That's just the easy link to get to the Farm Marketing Solutions website page specific to that tutorial. So I hope I've hit you with a lot of information. I will be going through edits on this and then sending it out to print, television, and radio. There's a few places that I want to get. I've had success with the model that I used for this was one that I used last year, got in the biggest newspaper in Connecticut, and it did amazing things for my farm and for my business. So I've been successful with this in the past, have used it before. I'm curious to see how it goes this year. I will definitely fill you in as we go, the 100 days to sell out my CSA. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I will see you out in the fields.